Hello everyone, my name is Xia Dongyue. I'm a professor from Capital Normal University. Welcome to my course on personality psychology. Today's topic is on nature-nurture interaction. Nature-nurture interaction, as we see in Chinese, it means 先天与后天遗传与生长环境的交互作用。All right, let's look at the questions for this lecture. What roles do nature and nurture play in personality formation? What are the important environmental factors to a personality formation? What are the scientific evidence to nature-nurture interaction, and what are the empirical evidence for nature-nurture interaction? With these questions in mind, let's start today's lecture. First of all, according to Larson, Buss, King, and Ansley, each child inherits about 50% genes from each parent, and siblings share about 50% their genes, and grandparents and grandchildren share about 12.5% of their genes. Genetic differences are more important than environmental ones for one's height, and genetic differences are as important as environmental ones for one's weight. And environmental differences are very important for mate selection. Having said all of this, let's wait for a moment. Think about the most famous twins, whether it was a twin girls or twin boys, that you can think of in Chinese history. Can you think of anyone? Well, I'm going to nominate two separate twins, just as an example. Think about the twins. The first are the Ban Gu and the Ban Chao brothers. Some say they are not twins. They are one older, one younger, but it's hard to imagine they were born in the same year. So I would assume, most likely, they are the twins. And think about the twin brothers and how they make an impact in Chinese history. The elder brother Ban Gu was a very good essayist, a government official, and Ban Chao, instead of following his father and his brother's footsteps into becoming a writer or essayist, he turned into a soldier, a general, as we call later. About him is the 投笔从戎, means throw away the pen, pick up a weapon. And here is the best quote from Ban Gu: 临渊羡鱼，不退而结网；扬汤止沸，不无釜底抽薪. Of course, you don't know the Chinese. I have the English translation for you. Instead of watching at fish at the water's edge, one should go home and weave a net to catch the fish. Instead of taking hot water from a boiling pot, one should take away the firing wood from the bottom of the pot. Now you see the wisdom? Now here's the best quote from Ban Chao. It reads, 不入虎穴，不得虎子，或焉得虎子. The English translation goes, you won't get a kid tiger unless you get into a tiger's nest. All right, I'm just giving you an example of the best twins, okay, and how they grow up together. And you can see one becomes a good essayist, the other become a good general. So they all take their own pathway of life. So even though they grew up in the same family environment, they all develop different career pathways and different personalities. What about the most female twins? Now I would nominate Zhao Feiyan and Zhao Hede. They are the most famous female twins. Actually, they're not famous. It's infamous or notorious because they served the Emperor Liao and eventually got her husband into immediate death. If you care about this part of history, you can read into the book and find the details. What I want to demonstrate to you, this is about the twins. And this is about what matters for nature-nurture interaction. And according to Larson, Buss, King, and Ainsley, genetic inheritance makes a little difference on an individual's personality formation. Socialization makes a great impact, including parenting practices, schooling, and social relating. And also, identical twins compared with fraternal twins share more on dominance and height. And adoption studies generally show that identical twins reared apart since childhood did share about 50% of their personality characteristics when they meet again. Now, what are the implications of all of these findings? Well, first, you think your personality characteristics are inherited from your parents. No, not so much. It's not so much you get your parental characteristics. Rather, it's the family, environment, or the growing up together that makes the influence. Identical twins, that means the twins from the same egg, whereas a fraternal twins means twins from separate eggs. They grow up together, but definitely identical twins have more similarities than fraternity eggs. If you want to study more, you can get into such studies. Now, we continue to explore if a sister and a brother are equally shy and inactive. This has more to do with the family environments in which they grew up together than to do with the genes they supposedly share or inherit from their parents. So it's the living environment that makes a bigger influence or impact. Even though siblings grew up together, however, they may not necessarily develop the similar personality traits as might be expected. But still, the individual differences, where it's coming from? It's coming from the unique life experiences that each child has had of his or her own life. That matters more for his or her personality development than the shared living environments. So nature and nurture, what plays a bigger role? Now you see the empirical evidence of what matters more. In addition, Larson, Buss, King, and Ainsley also plays a part. The genotype-environment interaction refers to the differential responses of individuals with different genotypes to the same environments. So the parents need to provide activities for children who are aesthetically inclined, like sports, jogging, okay? More than for children who are aesthetically inclined, like painting or designing. So it depends on the children's genotype. You would provide different activities that would match with their potentials. Parents of hyperactive children should try to let the children engage in sit-still activities, such as playing piano or chess, while parents of inactive children should try to let the children engage in perk up activities such as playing basketball, football, or table tennis. So this is how to help to change their children's personality for better self-functioning. So this is about a nature-nurture interaction.